Malindi, a quiet coastal town, is a magnet for both local and international tourists. But the Shakahola massacre put it on the map after what has come to be known as one of the world's worst cult-related tragedies in recent history. Last year, April, police combed tens of thousands of acres of forest and they discovered hundreds of bodies.
Our
family lost 8 members, including my wife, my 2 sons. One had just completed the Marine course, their wives and their children. My son, who worked for the GSU, is still missing, but we have laid his wife to rest here. And one of my daughter-in-laws is also still missing, as well as one of my grandsons.
There are still hundreds of unidentified victims, and 34 bodies have matched DNA samples provided by family members and have been dispatched to relatives to be laid to rest. This is where Titus Ngonyo Gandhi has buried his family. The father and grandfather did not expect to precede his descendants in death. He's one of hundreds of families who are still coping with the aftermath of Shakahola. And as the country marks 1 year since the discovery, Kenyans are still in the dark as to how many bodies are still out there. Malindi Community Human Rights was the first group to report missing persons linked to the Shakahola massacre.
Gospel of hope. People nowadays are being sold the gospel of hope. But is that in the human rights world, we call it religious extremism. It is on the high rise, religious extremism, because so many Kenyans, or in Africa, everybody has lost hope.
Meanwhile, the disgraced Mackenzie and 94 co-accused are facing charges in 4 different courts of law, ranging from 191 counts of the murder of children, 238 counts of manslaughter, as well as terrorism and the violation of children's rights.
There is no any guideline that you can get from the Kenyan Constitution. There is no written law in Kenya. There is only freedom of worship. So there is freedom of worship. And everything that is being preached, as long as that preacher is quoting verses from the Bible, now that is upon him how he is going to translate them, how he is going to preach to his followers.
According to some of his followers, Mackenzie is a former taxi driver in the coastal city of Mombasa who forbade cult members from sending their children to school, going to hospital when they were ill, as well as keeping jobs, branding such institutions as satanic. If convicted, the preacher is facing a life sentence. His next court date is looming, and so far, he and his co-accused have pleaded not guilty to all charges. Alexandria Majala, Africa Matters.